Uh, Hello, Micsig and some customers. I am a distributor in Japan, and I asked uh, to explain about the FFT functions of STO1104C Plus from the sales manager of the Micsig. And now I'm taking a video. I'm sorry my English. I hope you can understand my English, but only you look at this video as a screen of the STO1104C Plus. You can understand how to use it, FFT functions. Now, first of all, I click on the this arrow. It is first you can look when you activate the oscilloscope like this. Click on the oscilloscope, and now I'm using the channel 1, also using the 50 ohm feed through terminator, and I using a function generator. Now 10 megahertz sine wave, 200 millivolt peak to peak, 10 megahertz sine wave, and so you know it is a minus 10 dBm 50 ohm. When using the 50 ohm feed through terminator, the RF level is 200 millivolt peak to peak, like that. So now you can see the original sine wave, and you can click on that, and this is the mass function. Click on that, and the FFT level is using the line or decibel microvolt, or maybe a microvolt. Sorry, the sign is like maybe a microvolt. This microvolt unit is a microvolt. Using the decibel, this is a decibel microvolt, and you know, minus 23 decibel microvolt equal when using the field through terminator 50 ohm. The level is minus 10 dBm 50 ohm, or 200 millivolt peak to peak, equal to the minus 23 decibel microvolt. You can each other convert the unit by the some application calculator. You can convert each other. It is very easy. And now source is channel 1, and window, whatever you select, you can look at it. Usually Blackman or Hamming is common, very common window. And now, just now, click on that. This is cursor. And frequency, horizontal is kind of 10 megahertz, and you can also changing the time base like that. Sorry, and this horizontal. You can do change the horizontal scale, and also vertical scale. You can you can adjust it. Now I'm using the 10 dB per division I'm using, and yeah, yeah, like yeah, look at the unit Y1 is 3.8 dB. Yeah, I have to check the unit. I think minus 10 dB FFT ohm equal minus 23 decibel microvolt. So unit is I'm not sure. I'm not using for a long time. So I have to check the unit. If it is wrong, I'd like to make it inform to the sales manager, but how to use it, it is you are selecting mass function and select the dB and source channel 1 like that. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry, but I have to check the unit is correct or not. I'd like to revise it. Let me see FFT line and changing the vertical, and you can touch on that, and you can change the line, and Y1 is almost 96 millivolt. Yeah, like a line, it's unit is sorry, but millivolt per division, millivolt RMS division, I think. So let me see. Change the dB and so channel 1. Sorry, but I have to check the unit. The Y1 indicates that 3.8 dB. Usually the FFT's unit as dB is decibel volt, decibel microvolt per division, like that. So I have to check again the unit is correct or not. Sorry, but I'm focusing on the how to use the FFT function. I get back to the main page and select the oscilloscope, and usually you can see only this, and we can measure the sine wave like that, adjusting the cursor. Sorry, this is I have to position, horizontal position, just adjust it, and moving the cursor. Yeah, almost. It is a little bit tricky, but almost delta X is 10 megahertz, and the level is okay. Yeah, I have to check the unit. Just now the 1 by and full bandwidth. like that. So almost the delta y1 to y2, the level is just like the 200 millivolt unit peak to peak. It means minus 10 dB as 50 ohm load. I'm using a 50 ohm field through terminator. So just now click on this and activate the mask and selecting the FFT decibel and channel 1 and humming. Recently I don't use FFT, so the STO1104C Plus, the unit of dB is I don't remember just now. I'm just looking the oh, okay. This is now it is make it corrected. Y1 is 23.2 decibel microvolt. So sorry. Yeah, minus 10 dB 50 ohm is maybe 23, not minus 23 decibel microvolt per division. It is corrected. Sorry. I don't know what's happened when I try to measure, but now the unit is okay, and the frequency this FFT frequency is kind of a 10.8, 10.4. Exactly not precise, but you can almost measure the peaking frequency. Actually, the function generator's frequency setup is 10.0000000 megahertz. So it is the all measurement equipment digital oscilloscope like a Micsig or one Sigurent, Rigo, whatever. The FFT functions is like that. And just how to use it like that. And I don't know. Just I use the sweep signal like that. You can see that it is sweep range is 4.5 kilohertz to 19995. So almost 5 kilohertz to 20 megahertz sweep signal. Sweep time is around 1 second. You can see it. It is coloring. So like that. It is not exactly the point this time, but this oscilloscope you can display and persist. Just now normal. So it's a kind of persist setting. We can do normal 500 milliseconds, and you can change it. Infinite is like that, and odd is like that. Now, no, not using the persist. It is like around 50 waveform per second. It is like the same waveform refresh rate of LCD display. It is a kind of the Micsig setting. Usually we use normal and like 500 millisecond or 400 or 300 millisecond, like that. And gratitude, you can change it, waveform. Now vector, draw type is vector and common. Just now I'm changing the CCT, disable. It is original coloring is like that. Usually I use CCT. And so just I can change the horizontal scale. And a little bit changing the trigger point like that. This trigger point. FFT waveform now sweeping 5 kHz to 20 MHz. So sweeping as FFT is like that. You can see it. So now I think I believe you can manage the FFT function like that. Now again going back to the main page and click on the oscilloscope, and usually you can first you can see the channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, channel 4 like that, and you can click on that. And you can see mass reference S1, S2. It's a serial code setting. Mass function, click on that. And usually you use the decibel microboard. And source channel 1, I'm selecting humming. And you can select the time base. You can adjust it. Also the vertical scale you can like that, you can changeable to that. So when I select the decibel, the unit is decibel microvolt. So it is usually common unit to use the FFT of the digital oscilloscope, or I am managing the oscilloscope is like that. Decibel, it means a decibel microvolt. So sorry, I forget about minus 10 dB 50 ohm is like 200 millivolt 50 ohm load, or